Everybody that presses the like button on this video has a chance to win 150 XRP. Because if we hit 1,000 likes on this video within 24 hours, we are giving away 150 XRP. And all that you have to do to enter is make sure you press the like button, are subscribed, and you comment something down below. Comment something like your favorite crypto or the first coin you bought, as your comment is going to be your entry ticket, so don't forget to do that. Now today, guys, we gotta go over a couple of problems, and I want to start it out with this article right here. How not to lose everything during the bull run. Investors can hold or trade during a Bitcoin bull run, but experts urge them to be skeptical above all else. And it's a very, very important statement to make, guys. How to not lose everything during a bull run, because it's so simple. It's a very important statement, and we'll talk about that further in just a little second. First of all, over $1 million double spent in Ethereum Classic 51% attack last week. The reason this is important to cover is because one of the simple ways to lose your money is to have it in a coin which doesn't really function properly. Like coins like Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin, and every other proof of work coin can easily be taken over. And easily is kind of between brackets because it might still take trillions of dollars, theoretically speaking. But it is possible, which is not that possible for some other coins like XRP. It will be a lot more difficult. But one of the points I should make there is that you should watch out what crypto you're investing in. And also when things hit the fan, try to get out as soon as possible. So whenever you're reading about a possible breach in a crypto, get out. Especially when coins are doing good, you'll see more of this stuff happen as more people are trying to hack into these coins or into these systems to get themselves a little bit of an edge and get themselves more money. So watch for that, watch out for that, and stay wary of crypto, attacks like that. Then you should also be watching out for coins with a lot of potential to be taken over by some competitor. And what I mean with that is coins like Ethereum, even though they're solid on their own, they're a pretty important and really popular platformer, there's a good chance that some coin like Cardano is going to be taking them over because they're platformers, but then, just really better in every way, shape, or form. And with that, I should say, also watch out for Cardano and really other coins in the same type of area that have use case inside of like, how would you say that? Like the use case inside of what they really want. And that's like, what I mean with that is, with XRP, the use case is becoming a remittance coin, and really Ripple is backing them up to make sure the use case is really done. It's like an inside job, sort of, because it's really XRP's purpose and it's really done. With Cardano and with Ethereum, you could say that both of them really have the idea of being decentralized systems, sort of as platformers, but the use case is built from Cardano on further. Like, the use case is the same for Ethereum, basically because, well, they both have a little bit of the same ideas, only the decentralization is a little bit different. Maybe staking would be a little bit different and some things akin to that. However, they both kind of have the same goals at this point. And there's not like an outside party like Ripple here that's building the use case for the coin specifically for Cardano and Ethereum. Even though, you could say IOHK is really focused on that and the Ethereum Foundation is focused on that. It works a little bit differently, and I don't know how to explain it the best way, but if you're going to go for coins, make sure you're not going to go for coins, or at least watch out for coins that are easily replaced. Maybe you have a coin that's really, really generic, like Litecoin. It might be good for right now, but it doesn't really have longevity, which is something to keep in mind. And the reason I came up with that is because Facebook might be beating out a lot of coins to it. I don't know exactly which coins. I don't know if it's going to be a lot of stable coins and things like that, but it's going to be beating a lot of coins if it ever were to hop on in, because they would be the most regulatory clear type of currency, which maybe a lot of guys would really, really love and enjoy, which is something to keep in mind. Gold and Bitcoin reverse direction as treasury yields jump. Gold saw the largest single-day decline in 7 years as treasury yields increased. The movement out of negative territory drove gold and Bitcoin lower, and the coupling of gold and Bitcoin could indicate that investors have begun to see Bitcoin as more of a store of value asset. The value of gold and Bitcoin reversed directionally Tuesday as increases in treasury issuances drive yields higher. Gold prices saw the largest single drop in 7 years after hitting a new all-time high above $2,000, which is really, really nice and insane to see. And why I say nice is because, well, gold was already trending for quite a little while here, doing quite juicy. And basically one of the things I should state there is that for gold to prosper, the US needs to kind of fall down or something needs to happen to it. And as long as gold does extremely well, we can kind of say the US is not doing that good. And maybe the banking system is also not, going in that properly. And also, if gold does bad whilst Bitcoin does bad and the correlation is high, that means that really Bitcoin and crypto are seen as, hedge assets or things that might, go against the market. You guys get what I'm trying to say with all of that, which is, in my opinion, also something really, really positive to see because, well, Bitcoin was designed to be against the system and for the crash. Yeah, and if it really just follows the market, it kind of beats the purpose, right? Then why would you go for Bitcoin? Another point to make right there is that you should really be watching out for the correlation between stocks and crypto, and you can also use that to your advantage quite a little bit better, because realistically speaking here, if, all right, and this is just a little bit of an if, but if soon we notice that stocks go up and then Bitcoin follows along with it, like we have been seeing in the big bull runs where Bitcoin goes up and altcoins follow it, there's still a lot of money to be made following one of those moves, which is something I'm really watching out for because, well, easy money is never looked down upon, right? Why would you not accept easy money if it's really, really in front of you? And the same thing can be said really soon in the future if this correlation would be seen. Russia proposes a national tool to track your Bitcoin. Keep in mind, tracking crypto is not that hard as long as you're important enough. If you're important enough, people have most likely already gotten their links out on you to track exactly what type of money you're spending where and exactly what's happening to it. Now, one of the easier ways to kind of hide this is to work with, for example, Coinbase Pro or things like that, where you deposit the money, so you send your money from your wallet to Coinbase or some other second part or third party provider. And they then go ahead and spend your XRP in a certain different way, or maybe bundle it with other people. Because if it's in a certain wallet that multiple people have access to, you don't know exactly whose money is being spent, right? Because you have multiple destination tags in one wallet. Like, for example, Binance has a $1 billion, or no, at least a 1 billion XRP plus wallet. However, your funds, my funds, maybe your friends' funds might all be in exactly that one. So it's going to be almost impossible to notice exactly who is spending it unless you really, really want to watch for it. But people don't generally do that. They mostly track bigger transactions or from well-known wallets. Yeah. Russian regulators are building a tool to trace Bitcoin transactions. The project will monitor the dark web to flag any transfers originating from Russia. It's estimated to cost $10 million and will take 3 years to develop. I don't think it would take 3 years if they really, really wanted to get it done. I also don't think it would take 10 million. And even if it does, I don't think 10 million is really a lot for such a huge thing. And also, they want to do it for the dark web flagging. I think they want to do it for everything, I think they just want to make sure that all Bitcoin transactions and all transactions not issued, through government lines is kind of tracked down, or at least, dimmed down upon. So I think that's a little bit of what they're doing and why they're doing all of this. However, exactly what's going on, I can't tell you, how far they will be getting and really if they're going to push through. But it's from the official paper in Russia. rbc.ru is where it's from. So it's no joke, all right? But how far and how quick, yeah, that's only to be seen. We know, though, that it's going to be AI and they want to track all the Bitcoin. But it's going to be quite interesting to see. Former Ripple CTO Stephen Thomas explains why XRP doesn't have smart contracts. Well, a little bit later today, we're going to be talking about some things on XRP and some potential things on XRP in the future and some things correlated to all of that. I think a lot of you guys already know what I'm talking about here, but you'll see it later today. However, here he went on to explain why it's possible to implement smart contracts, why it was a possibility, but they didn't really go for it. And my saying to all of that is, why really care about all of this? It's not that important at this point in the future, at time, because smart contracts are not yet necessary at this point. It could really increase the amount of, just utility for the coin and the amount of, I guess, popularity, or not popularity, like usage a lot for the coin. However, it's not the way it went. It didn't seem like the best idea for them to go for it. So I'm just accept it for right now. And if you really need to look into it because you think you need to know something and you want to research something, yeah, then check it out, all right? Then check it out, but it's not there. At least it's not that prominent, it's not that important, it's not that big, right? But basically here they're talking about languages, but yeah, that's basically all. And then getting back to the original article we started with, how not to lose everything during the bull run. Investors can hold or trade during the Bitcoin bull run, but experts urge them to be skeptical above all else, and that is that holding might be the best option, but it could also be that selling could be your best option, or yeah, I guess those two are the only options really, if you think about it. And the reason for that is maybe hold will become better because crypto is going to be very, very volatile in a bull run. However, maybe selling it all could be better because it could be that Bitcoin bull run is going to come along and really fall down hard. What you should not do though is make sure you buy high and sell low. And that's one of the big options or big choices people are going to be having. At what point do you think the big bull run is over? And at what point are you going to lose your faith in crypto? Because honestly speaking, guys, it is so simple that when Bitcoin goes to 15K and all of a sudden it falls down to about 1,000 or things like that, people are like, yep, this coin is doomed. I'm going to be selling it all. I'm going to get out. Even though the correct idea should be that if you knew Bitcoin is going to survive and you're like, well, I know this technology is solid. If Bitcoin goes to 15K, you sell it. Once it falls down to 1K, you decide to buy it. Right, and it's really simply said, it's not that easy in practice, in real life. I know, I really know, guys, trust me on that one. However, it is something that anybody can do if they put their right mind to it. Maybe you're going to miss it by a couple $1,000s, but at least you'll have the bigger move going on, and you'll most likely see things like this happening when some of these bigger guys are selling, right? For example, in the bigger bull run of 2017-18, what happened is Litecoin went to $360 per coin, I believe. I believe it got to about that sort of price. And what we saw was that their founder, Charlie Lee, was selling at exactly that point when it got to that top. In my opinion, that shows that he knew a little bit more than we did, and he wanted to make some money. However, he said he did this to make sure that he develops the project just for the project, not for the money. Right? I don't buy that. I don't buy that crap at all. I'm like, you sold it. You knew exactly what was going on. And otherwise you would have sold it just instantly when you had that idea. But no, he sold at the top, which is really, really interesting. But that's also a couple of hints you'll be getting later on when the big bull run does happen, that some of these bigger guys are getting rid of their position a little bit piece by piece. And I'm never recommending never recommending to go and sell your whole position, but I'm talking about a good chunk. All right, you should always have some certain out points where, for example, for XRP, if it goes to $3, you sell some. If it goes to $5, you sell some. If it goes to $10, you sell some. But of course, the higher the price goes, the more you're going to have to sell. And the more serious you got to be about when you're going to buy it back if it ever goes down lower. Because there is, of course, a chance that we never go back down. All right, it could be the way that we go to, for example, $10 per coin, and the lowest we'll ever go is $8, and maybe you don't really know exactly when to buy in then, and you're still thinking about buying high and things like that. Well, that's something for the future since the big bull run is not here just quite yet. So, again, it's not really something to really, really have to worry about, but it's something you should keep in the back of your head because, again, it's going to be very, very important. Now, a couple more things. Fear and greed. It really coincides with the story I just told you, but don't let it take over. All right, don't FOMO into a lot of these coins that have done plus 100% in the last couple of days. And don't fear of getting out of a coin that does really, really well, because you still got to make your money, all right? And you better secure some profit than really having no profit at all. And maybe if you secure some profit, you might, not get the highest tip of the tip, but you at least got some. And that's really easily said with Chainlink, because I recently sold at about $14.50 for Chainlink, really at its all-time high. I sold it. That was luck, all right? There was no bigger strategy here. It was just lucky I got the exact top of it. It wasn't really planned that way, but I got it. And I was really just of the opinion that I would rather get out of this coin having so much profit from the last couple of days than stay in it and really get nothing out of it at all. So right now, the last couple of days, I could have been buying back since I could have gotten myself a good entry at about, maybe 12. About $12, something like that, 12 something on a couple of exchanges. However, I've been a little bit skeptical with Chainlink because it's doing so extraordinarily well that either we'll see another huge move or we might see nothing. I don't really know what to say. But I'm staying fearful with all of that. And all this other stuff is basically what I've just been telling you guys to do. Make sure you just stay wary of everything. Make sure you don't ever buy Bitcoin with credit cards. Twitter is not financial advice or investment advice. Only invest what is okay to lose. You can lose all your money, which is the truth. Bitcoin is very volatile, so are other coins. Keep low time preference. Well, that's not necessary. And do your own research. That is definitely necessary. Make sure you grab all the information you can. And be motivated by these coins, all right? If you believe in these coins from the bottom of your heart, it's going to be a lot simpler to hold them. Otherwise, it might be a real big struggle to keep holding on and really have faith. But all right. Guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video.